What's going on, guys? My name is Austin and that's Helga, and today we're going to be doing a couple things to her. One of them being these window switch brackets. All OBS trucks, all of them break from being fragile and stuff. I'll show you on my truck. Don't make fun of me. Everybody's got these issues. These all break. That one's all broken on that side too. So OBS Solutions has these really nice brackets. Oops, almost dropped them. That you put in there. Nice. I think it was like 80 bucks for both sides. Either way, they come with new clips, new bolts, and everything to put them in. So we're gonna be doing that today. We're gonna be adjusting the bumper. I got a bit of a gap on both sides, all the way across. I've had this bumper pushed up before, but since I like to twist the truck up a lot on a trailer, and most people think that's not a lot, but I'll post a picture how it looks when the truck is flexing on the trailer. It does end up twisting the frame, and then the bumper being kind of stiff, it just tends to slide down. I've had these bolts on there, maybe not as tight, that's why it slides down, but something will give. And then also I'm going to cut these bolts. I never cut them before. I did this stuff back when I was like 19 years old, and I never corrected it after all these years. So I'm going to cut this right here later with a grinder, and I'm going to adjust this in the video today. And we're going to do a little bit of vlogging with like everything I'm going to be doing for today. Like as of right now, I'm going to be messing with the trailer, a gooseneck I just bought, just so we can start going to more shows and pulling it with my f250 and stuff. And then so today I'm going to put two tarps over the top, just because all that Texas heat, they end up warping these boards and stuff. You can see a little bit of warpage there. But my last brand new trailer that I had, I only used it like 2 times, and the boards were already warping on it, and it just sat. So I'm gonna coat this later on, but right now it's been raining a lot, so I can't put any black paint on it right now, because I want it all black just to match with the black truck that I pull with, and waterproof it and everything. I even got tire covers for the heat in Texas. These things get really hot, and then just put brand new tires all the way around, 16 ply. So I don't want any of the Texas heat beating on them from just the trailer. Literally just sitting. I'm gonna probably use it only 3 times a year. But where I put it is in between some trees on this side, trees on this side, to shade this. But let me go ahead and start messing with this. I'm gonna probably put on a time lapse so you guys can see it. Let me get after it. Just got 2 tarps from Amazon, and then just little bungees on the side. They're gonna hold it down nice enough. With it being a 32 footer, I got 2 15 foots coming out to 32. Yes, they'll be fine with a little bit of feet, not really being covered and stuff. And then it's 8 foot wide, so it'll at least cover the whole side to side. But let me do a time lapse here, and so you guys don't have to watch the whole thing of me doing it all slow like our grandpa. Alright, I got all that done. So just like some simple little bungees here, not super tight, because with all this Texas heat and everything. So I put it all the way up to the front, so if water runs down, it runs over the top. I mean, it might get some underneath, but otherwise it's kind of useless if I even have this. If water gets underneath, and it just sits under there with this tarp. So I have it at the very top, best as possible. So I mean, some water will probably get under from the sides, but other than that, I just left the tail end kind of just dangling out there. It's actually on a hill pointed down, so mostly that water will run off. But the reason for all this, we've been having this year we had a bunch of months over 100 degrees, and man, was it destroying a bunch of stuff that has like wood, and if it hasn't been treated, it was making everything just warp. So I'm just leaving it like this, especially with the winter time and the water. We've been raining a lot and it's starting dropping temps. It starts destroying wood too, that way too. It starts to make it expand and kind of break up and stuff. But I mean, each to your own. This is what I want to do to kind of help prevent it a little bit. I mean, this was probably 30 bucks just in tarps and some tire covers. I mean, it just little maintenance stuff to me wise. But like I said, each to their own. So this is all done for today. On to the next thing. All right, by request from one of my friends that commented the last video, saying that we need to see more dogs in the video. And here's Oreo. Oreo, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? You're being a good boy? Yeah, you're a good boy. Yeah, you get some camera time, huh? You get to see dogs. Everyone loves dogs, is what my buddy said. So, Oreo's just playing around in his little caged area. He's got a good chunk. I live way out in the country, about 5 acres and stuff, so he's got a lot of room. And excuse my voice for today. I'm really sick, and I'm just trying to get some videos and stuff, trying to get everything done. You know, so if you guys see me sneeze or blow out some boogers, you know, sorry about that. I'll try to cut it out as much as possible. But as of right now, excuse my little crappy workbench here that I have outside. It's just a table that I just use. I've had it here for, someone gave it to me for free, so I put it on top of a bed and I just mess with my stuff here. So today is another thing, that a little side quest for me to do. A little 6 amp charger for my mower inside. I've had this 1.5 for years since I've moved here. It's about 8 years old. And it hasn't been really charging anything anymore, or maintaining stuff, or even bringing batteries back to life. So got rid of this thing for right now. Got the bigger one of it now from the corner store, about 60 bucks. So we'll get this unboxed and whatnot. All right, that wasn't very fast or long time lapse. It was just simple. It pulled out of the box, so that was kind of lame. No kind of suspense there for you guys. So let me get this in the garage and put it on a mower and stuff, and walk in there. Then pretty simple, nothing special to them. That's not really on right now. Got that one on, positive, negative. I think these are tight. Yeah, they are tight. Right? They're tight? Yeah, they're tight. There's really no buttons to press to this thing, I guess. It just tells you that it's on. That's it. Yeah, there's really no buttons to this thing. Just plug it in. So there's that. Hopefully that'll charge up for the day because it's more amperage. And I'm gonna take a second to kind of show you another truck that I have. It's a first gen Dodge 98 or 89. Sorry, 89. Hopefully I can start showing you guys more of my trucks that are on the channel. Start doing a little journey with all of them, and you guys get to see them all. Have a couple trucks on the property and cars too. I don't know if anybody would be interested in some Fox bodies that I have that I'll do some videos on. One's right here. It's my very first car that I bought. So I've had it about 8 years. And then there's this first gen Cummins. So I'm not going to talk about it too much, just show you guys a little bit of it. So I've already done a bunch of work on it. I should have started the YouTube channel a long time ago with Helga and how she started when it was a fully stocked single wheel truck. Now it's a dually. You know, no one doesn't really see how far that truck has come on YouTube wise, but on Instagram, that's been kind of an OG kind of following for 8 years and how long that truck has come to be built. So all right, we got the next thing done. We got those done. Some more Oreo. Gotta get that in there. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, you gotta get some. We gotta get some boops in. Boop 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 boop. Everyone loves the boops. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Look at all that big old nose. Oh, you got a booger in there. And then next vehicle, this is gonna be a '97 F350 7.3 OBS. I'm gonna put a little picture in the next scene after this on how the truck used to look like. It's come a long ways. And then I'll show you the picture right now. Next one up, 2014 F250, all black. No, sorry, not all black, because I need to wrap, get these bumpers wrapped. I'm not going to paint them or anything because it's just too much time. And I'll get black badges, wheels probably blacked out later. Headlamps, I'm going to probably leave them alone. In Texas, they don't really, state-wise, they don't allow you to have black headlamps or anything like that, or smoked. I think you can do the background in black in a clear lens. So technically, I was kind of wrong with my statement right there. But bumper, all black, and then grill. This is aftermarket. I didn't do this when I bought it. It's got some clear coming off. It just needs to be repainted. I hate this grill. I've been trying to find an original one. It's super hard to come by right now. In my area where I live out in the sticks. And then next one. This is what I call Shorty, and everyone's pretty much been loving the name. It's a 96 F150 short bed, original short bed. Big old stack in the bed, and you guys should know what that would mean. We got a Cummins in it too. Only way to do it. Make some power. This has been a little budget build truck, 62, 65, turbo on it, 100 horse injectors, P-pump swapped also. It wasn't a P-pump before. I take the battery out every single time because it just sits. I put a 7.3 intercooler up front, big old trans cooler in there and stuff, Mishimoto intercooler, or a radiator, big old thing. So hopefully I'll do some more videos on this one for you guys. If you guys like Shorty, let me know down in the comments. We'll do some more stuff. I have a bunch of parts for this truck, bigger injectors. I need to get a bigger turbo. You know, 500 horsepower ain't enough. You get a little bored. You get a little bored with this stuff. So that's enough with that one. And then I have my 2 Fox bodies sitting under here. I'll probably do some, I don't know if I'll start it up today and just do like a little cruise on a time lapse with this one, because they do need to start up before going into their little winter mode. And then there's another Fox body here. So hopefully I can do some videos on all these cars and stuff, and you know, hopefully it's a very wide variety of things that it's you know, mostly all Fords, but with some with obviously a Cummins in it, and some crazy things are going to happen with this truck even more later on. Hopefully you guys can stick around and see more of a journey with this truck. It's nowhere near being done motor wise. Suspension stuff is kind of all done. So let's get after it on these window switch brackets on this truck. All right, so I've been looking for the upper trim panel here. I guess I misplaced it and lost it. And I still have the passenger side one, but I guess I'll just order some new ones from Amazon. They're pretty cheap on there. But let's get this door panel off. It's just a couple Phillips around. I'm gonna leave just the door handle on it still. Once you get this off, you can swing it to the side and get it out of there. It's obviously pretty dirty under here. I took off the shield a long time ago. I mean, you don't really need it if the truck is, well, I didn't need it because the truck mostly sits in the garage. It's mostly meant for like water. It's like a water skirt. It doesn't allow anything in. but I didn't get any directions with this, but we'll see if I can figure this out, hopefully, and then get back with you guys on it. And I think we're gonna have to drill into this thing, and all I got was little push pins, bolts, little clips too, washers, Allen heads. I'll look it up on their website, see if they have any instructions on it. I could tell that this is definitely passenger side, so this will be the bolt on that side, and put the little bracket, I guess. And I don't know if this gets cut, don't know yet, but let me look it up, get back to you guys. I don't know, actually it sits like this. Alrighty guys, so these pieces are actually made out of stainless steel. I watched their video on it on how to install, so he did talk about that these are stainless steel pieces, which is pretty nice, and then that they're laser cut on how they are. So like I think it's about 80 bucks for the two sides, and then he does have a video on how to do it. So from what I watched, there's a little fine line up here. You got your back piece, and then there's this piece. Line it up there as best as possible. Pretty leveled here and here. Take a pen, a Sharpie, mark your hole. There you go. We're gonna drill it. Okay, I got a 1/4 inch drill bit, and we're just gonna go ahead and go right through this. That's about the size that we need. There we go. And then as we put this up there, so this is going to be on this side. On the other side of this piece, which is your opening for the plug in there, you'll line these up. Oops, I got it wrong. So from back to back, they're going to look like this. And it's sandwiched in between here. So here's our little baggie with some bolts and washers and nuts. The Allen head, it comes with this one right here. This is a size 4, and then we have these other pieces to clip on. So let's go ahead and put these on beforehand, so it's not like all too crowded in there. I'm trying to put these on. So there's one side, a little bit of a pain in the butt to get on, but they are on there pretty good, which is a good sign, because you do not want these things just flopping right off if they're that crappy. And then there's the second side, got that on there. So we're going to go ahead and feed the bolts through and get this all done. Bolted up real nicely. One bolt through. Second bolt. Now we'll go ahead and put the washers. We're going to get them finger tight for right now. And then I got a pair of pliers, so I didn't have the correct size laying around for these. I don't think you really need to get these gung-ho, but just enough to where they're tight. There we go. That's all done. And there's the bracket. Pretty nice, guys, to be installed, to be honest with y'all. Pretty simple. I mean, this whole thing probably took me about 5 minutes or so to get all the door panel off, and then just drill this and, you know, grab tools and put the door panel back on. Feed your wiring through. So there we have it. It's all new. Get a little bit higher, but everything's in here, and I still got to get that bracket, like I said, or this holding trim piece here for the window switch, so it can sit there real nice. So on the passenger side, we got that little trim piece like that I'm missing on the driver's side. One little bolt here, and then you got 3 on the back side. They keep the connector in there. This thing is extremely fragile for how old it is. I can hear this thing cracking and popping and stuff. I'll just get a new set of these, but for right now, we're gonna go ahead and take this door panel off and repeat the same process as that side. Actually, pull all the clips, unscrew your little door lock caps, and do your light on the back, twist it. There we go. She's off. This stuff did break pretty easy. Now, switch to the back side, flip this around. Now you have a little slot that's right here. So we're gonna have to tuck it in right here. And then you'll twist it in like this. And then we'll drill some holes, I'm guessing here and here, in a second. So this side I can't really reach in there, so I'm gonna just go ahead and just drill some holes while the bracket's still sitting in there. Actually, I gotta trim out more on the back side. The one to hold down for this time being. So I guess you want it pretty leveled here and here. Washer and nut. Pliers. Get it pretty snug. Said you guys don't have to kill it on these. Old plastic. So there's that. And I didn't put the clip on before doing all this, but I'll do it now. Should have probably put it on beforehand. So this is how it should look like, I think. Tab pushed in that way. So let's go ahead and get this back in the truck. Go ahead and feed the connector in first. There we go. Don't forget your light bulb connector on the back side. Screw your little lock pin back on. Don't go too crazy because these things can snap at the bottom base. There we go. Now we will tackle this piece here. They're all different lengths and stuff. They'll end up breaking this trim if it's too long. So there's specific 3 little black ones. You can definitely tell what the difference is, unless if you've changed them all yourself before. And now they're all different. You don't have to you don't have to go gung-ho on these. Just a little blip right to right where they get snug. You don't have to kill it on these because then you'll break these too. Oops. Then this clip on this side will clip right in there. There we go. There we go, look at that. This is beautiful. So now it's finally back together. It's in there pretty, like that's in there. So it may be just a little bit off. And if you guys, mine's pretty dead centered on this side. This side's just a tiny little gap. It's okay for an old truck. 400,000 miles, about 27 years old. But so that's it for these door switches for today. That's one of the biggest things that have been bothering me. I had to get that side. I'll get that ordered, and then this will be my next video doing these because they've been bothering me. The other side's missing, but I'll go ahead and do these probably tomorrow because my other one just showed up today, so I have to go run to work to go get it and then come back. I don't want it to be too long of a video. I'm actually going to do the bumper on the next video. We're going to get this one done for today. Maybe I'll do the bumper and then the seat part together, so I can have a second video to do on how to do the cushions, or they're just showing me replacing the side seat trim is what they call it, I believe, and adjusting the bumper. That'll be it for today, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll have the next video for you guys again with me and Helga. See you guys later.